Hello, can you hear me or not? Hey. Are you? Hi, Joy. Hello. Yeah, because today I end my lesson early. So today start earlier lor. Wait, I need to do. Hello, Minecraft. Wow, Joy and Minecraft is my fans, fans club. I can open a fans club now. Okay, let me check my setting. Okay, this one record here, this one from here. Then okay, pen here. Hi, all good. Can see my hello voice all okay? Just now who says scared of tomorrow paper? Let me see. Very scared for A math tomorrow. No need scared. Okay, no need scared. If you have already done your revision, okay, make sure that you rest well, rest enough, so that your mind will be fresh when you go for the exam, Hello. Your username too long, don't know how to pronounce. Saso, I call you Saso. I can only I read the first 4 letters. Saso. Yeah, Joy is my technical check. Okay, help me to like, help me to share the video, and then those who actually want tomorrow have A math, remind them to come into this live. Today I will go through 1 search questions, 2 circle question, 1 rate of change, 1 stationary point, 2 trigo question, and 2 kinematic. In fact, actually I included 1/3 kinematic questions. Yeah, see whether we can achieve those or not. Hello, Fat. I didn't manage to find a very difficult search question. This is a bit out of the usual search question. I think you also can do it. Okay, it's just that it combined using similarity. Hello, my exams are over, but I just want to see how A math is like. Which level are you at? Are you at Sec 2 choosing A math, planning to choose A math next year, is it? Yeah, student asked me, choose A math or choose POA? Sec 2. So that means you need to choose subject already, right? I think coming week need to submit, is it? I have students already submit the choice to choose A math or POA, blah, blah, blah. Okay, A math is fun. It's just that you need to be A math. You need to be very careful with your working because the steps are very long, tedious. But I personally feel that A math is easier than E math lah. How's your E math? How's your E math grades? One thing really, Joy really what? We start 4:35, 2 more minutes. Okay, let them just come in, settle down first. Only psychopath like A math. I mean, true lah. You need to love math lah. I did badly this year though. I got a B3, but I improved from C6. Wow, C6 to B3. Well done. A math actually is easier. Once you understand the concept, actually A math is easier. I'm gonna fail A math O level tomorrow. No, don't think like that. Okay, don't think like that. Don't think this way. Just try your best. Okay. Pick out those questions that's always commonly come out one. I search lah, logarithm lah, all these things. Some of the questions still can go on. Wow, oh my god, I improved from F9 to B3. F9 to B3 for E math? Wow, that's very good, you know. And I've been receiving questions like asking me what is the bell curve for the E-math, because they say that a lot of people buang for the paper 2, and then after that, paper 1 was easy, paper 2 they buang, then they were asking me about the bell curve. Okay, but I say, no, I cannot guess. Cannot lah. Don't ask me to know what is the bell curve lah. I'm not the Cambridge one of that. And then also I'm not the fortune teller. And actually, frankly speaking, be it whether the bell curve is high or low, in the end you already submit already what. I mean, you already do your work. You already submit the work. So whether the bell curve is high or low, you cannot control that already, ma, right? So no need to go and headache over something that you cannot control. Princess, do TYS 2020 paper 1 question 1, you die already. Never mind, it's okay, you got the solution, right? Take a look how to do it. Then after that, at least you know how to tackle it before the exam, right? Okay, so today live, again, same thing. Worksheet and solution will be uploaded at the Telegram channel, right? And then the live will be uploaded to my YouTube channel. Okay? Okay. So you all want to see my previous, today is the 3rd live for the A-Math already. So if you want to see the first 2 A-Math live, you go to my YouTube channel. Okay? What is my subject combination? That was like long time ago. I took A-Math, E-Math, Pure Chem, Pure Physics, Literature, English, and Chinese. Yeah. Should I practice question now before tomorrow paper or go through the basic? No, already straight away practice paper already. I mean practice the question, do the questions already. By now you should already know your basic. I'll go to my bio, you click on there's only one link there. Then there's like a lot of option, right? Got one say join Teacher Kangie Telegram channel. Also got one is to see my TikTok live replay. You can just click that, okay? Oh my god, your subject combination is the one I want. Actually quite good lah. Other than the literature lah. Other than the literature, you don't have the combination. School don't have this combination. For me, is I cannot take history lah. I cannot memorize. Okay, let's start lah. Let's start. But I keep forgetting the things I learned in A-Math in Sec 3. Practice. Math is about practicing, okay? So kids, go to my, my YouTube channel. I got some free A-Math lessons. So it also touch on Sec 3 A-Math. And then I also got do the TikTok live. I cover quite a few topics, right? Okay, let's go. The first question, warm up, search question. So this search question actually combined with similarity. Is it too late to study for A-Math? If you tell me that before today you never study at all for A-Math, then I think it's too late lah. Okay? But of course, left one day only, though can math. You see lah, okay. If you really left one day, then I would suggest that you just go to my 3 live, A-Math live, go and see all the questions, and then go to my TikTok channel, right? Go and see all the questions that I post for A-Math, okay? If you really only start today, that's all I can ask you to do, okay? See all the videos on A-Math, go to my YouTube channel, see everything about A-Math, okay? And see whether you can perform miracle or not. Okay, come. So this one, okay? So they mentioned that it's a similar triangle, ABD and ECD. So this one combined on the E-Math similarity. So what we're going to do is, I always write out triangle ABD similar to triangle ECD. So once you have this, you're going to use the length ratio. AB over EC equals to BD over CD equals to AD over ED. Write out these 3 fractions first. Okay? And then after that, put in whatever information you have. So I have AB. So I'm going to put it in. So it will be 3 square root 6 plus 1 over EC. I don't have, leave it. BD don't have, leave it. CD don't have, leave it. Doesn't matter. AD I have, which is this one plus this one. So it will be square root 6 plus 3 over ED will be the 3. So that means I'm going to use this and this, because for information, I have 3 information. I can find the 4th information. Okay? Sure, can you make it big? This one very big already lah. I think maybe you need to your screen, or maybe you can log in into the laptop one. Maybe can see better. Wait, must we say that they are similar triangle, or can we directly write out the ratio length? I put the 3 letters out is because I want to put the alphabet order correctly. Okay? Make it sideways. Flip screen. I know a lot of experts here. Dean can? Can? Okay, so after that, I'm going to cross multiply. So it will be EC multiplied with square root 6 plus 3 equals to 3 square root 6 plus 1. Okay, so this one I'm going to rainbow first. It will give me 9 square root 6 plus 3. EC, see this EC, right? This one multiply or bring over, so it becomes over square root 6 plus 3. So they ask us to find EC, right? So actually by right I already have answer. But you know that surds, you cannot have the denominators have surds. So what you need to do is you have to rationalize it. So multiply by this is A plus B, the denominator. So over here is A minus B, okay? Then after that what you do is you're going to rainbow. Okay, so I'm going to play cheat again. Hoi! Okay, so see so I'm going to rainbow. Rainbow. Then the bottom is A plus B, A minus B, right? So it's A square minus B square. So open up, simplify, blah, blah, blah. I've got this one. Okay, I get this one. What's a moderator? Moderator means, moderator is inside the chat one. It's just to control the chat. Because sometimes a lot of funny people will just post the chat inside here. Then the moderator will either mute the person or ban the person. People who are blocked by my moderator will not be able to see my content at all. Okay, so then after that, take a look. 45 divided by negative 3, negative 15. Negative 24 divided by minus 3, 8. Okay, and then now you compare with this and this. Right, then you will say that, oh, so where A equals to 8 and B equals to minus 15. Okay. So this one is just surds question. So surds is always actually just treating like the normal work that you do. It's just that when you're ending number, you have surds at the denominator. You need to rationalize it. You understand? So rationalize it by multiplying by the opposite sign. See, this one plus, this one is minus and minus. So denominator is A square minus B square. Okay? So those who are like, find these two basic, you have to be patient a bit because I'm sharing average of some intermediate and basic questions so that those who are like struggling very badly still can get some marks Must say the value of A. Yeah, usually I will write that. Usually I will write what is the A, what is the B. Okay? This is called kiasu. If the student always ask me, must write man, then I say, hayo, will kill you man to write these 2 additional lines. Won't write. Just write lah. Okay? Okay, let's move on to the next question. Next question, circle. Okay, I must use the original one. Wait I got B4 for prelim, got hope to get distinction or not? Don't understand algebra? Sorry lah. Now we are doing A math. You don't understand algebra, that means you either go and learn the basic first. We are revising for tomorrow A math O level. So kids, those who are not taking the O level, please do not disturb those who are learning now. Algebra is easy. Yes, I agree that you can practice. But now let's focus to revise for tomorrow. Okay, now this one, equation of the circle. Okay, they give me the equation. So kids, you must know how to do from the equation of circle, find out what's the radius and coordinates. That's the super basic one. So we got to do completing the square. For me, I use completing the square. Those who remember by the 2G and 2F, please. Will you do revision for paper 2? Don't have that. Today is the last live, okay? But I will still on and off, maybe submit. I will still post some A math questions lah. Because tomorrow and Tuesday I will be very packed. Okay? So then after that, see, I'm going to use completing a square. You all those who remember by the 2F, 2G, please go ahead. This is a general form. Yes, this equation is a general form. So now we're going to make it into the standard form so that we can find out what is the what is the center and what is the radius. Okay, so let's proceed. So what I'm going to do is arrange the x together, x squared minus 4x together, y squared plus 6y together, 36, just keep it there. Okay, and then after that what you do is, you're going to do completing the square separately for these two. So kids, see, this is x, this sign follow this sign, so it's minus. Take this number 4 divided by 2, so it's 2, bracket square. See here, this is forever minus, minus backside square. And what is the backside? Backside is the number here, 2. Okay, so I've done the completing the square. So we're going to do the same for the y. So it will be plus y. This one follow this sign, so it's plus. Take the number 6 divided by 2, so it's 3. Bracket square minus backside square. This one, backside means it's the 3. Don't forget the 36 to write it down. Okay, and then after that, x minus 2 square plus y plus 3 square is equals to 36. This is minus 4, bring over, become plus 4 plus 9. So in the end, x minus 2 square plus y plus 3 square equals to 49 equals to 7 square. So with this, okay, I have shown that I've changed it to the standard form. So that means my center will be 2 minus 3 and my radius is equals to 7 units. Please put units. Okay, standard equation is called x minus a square plus y minus b square equals to r square. So this is the format of equation of a circle. X minus a plus y minus b, okay, equals to r square. So the a is the x coordinate of the center. The b is the y coordinate of the center. So now you see, you compare this one. That's why my a is 2. This one because it's minus b, right? But here is plus 3. That's why I put minus 3. Okay, and of course this one radius square, so this one is 7. So my radius is 7. Okay, no, I never do modulus. For my kids, modulus is out of syllabus already. I think some of you still got modulus for the old syllabus. No, I teach Sec 1 to Sec 5, so no P5 question. Or someone Instagram post asked me a primary school question, but I said no, but I teach Sec 1 to Sec 5. Okay, so we are done with part 1. You see, this one already 3 marks. Just finding the center as well as the radius. Okay, let's move on. Okay, now they say that the highest point on the second circle is 3, 6, and the equation of the tangent at the lowest point is 4. Y equals to 4. Okay, so how do you do this question? This one means it's that circle. Okay, for me is I always will sketch out. It doesn't matter whether, it doesn't really matter like whether you draw very nice or what. It's just to sketch out. So they say the highest point is 3, 6. The lowest point is the tangent is y equals to 4. So that means it's that. The equation of the line is called y equals to 4. It means that the y coordinate is 4. And highest point and lowest point means that this is actually the diameter. So in the middle here, this is the center. Can they mark you down if you sketch wrong? No. Because the sketching is for our own understanding. Okay, unless they ask you to sketch. But no, so far circle they never ask you to sketch. Yes, good. Chinese words, correct. Sketching is only for you to visualize better. Okay? So now they ask you to find the radius and coordinate of this second circle. Okay? So let's look at this. This is vertically down. Okay, highest and lowest point. So that means the A is still 3 because the x coordinate never change. So the center, I will know it will be 3. 3 something. Okay? Then after that, how about the radius? Radius, we know that it will be the, look at the y, 6 and the 4. So you know from here to here, 6 minus 4 is 2 units. Okay? So you will just take 6 minus 4 divided by 2, so you know it's 1 unit. So this is the radius. So you know if this is the radius, it means that this 6 and 4, that means the middle one is 5, agree? So that means my center is 3, 5. Okay? So center is 3, 5 and the radius is 1 unit. Done. 2 marks. Okay? So we are done with this question. Then after that, they ask to find the equation of this second circle. Since you already have the center, you will have the radius. It's very easy to find the center, the equation of the circle. So see, x minus 3 square plus y minus 5 square equals to 1 square. My 1 square is just 1. Okay, kids. This one no need to use midpoint theorem, quite straightforward because it's just a vertical line down. Okay? And you can leave your answer in the standard form. Unless the question asks for general. Can explain again why it is 5? Can. You see, this is 6. This is 6. This is 4. So in the middle, because we already know this one is a diameter, so 6 minus 4, the diameter is 2. Divided by 2, that means the radius is 1. So 6 minus 1, so we know that this is 5. The y coordinate is 5. And then the x no change because it's still vertically dying down, the x coordinate remains the same. So that's why it's 3, 5. Can? Can you understand why it's 5? Can already, Okay. So equation of the circle, can leave it in the standard form. Which is standard, which is general. This is the non-expanded one is called the standard form. This expanded one is called the general form. Okay? Okay, let's move on. Next, they ask. Okay, I will just show here. Okay, see here. Okay, I need to use my paper and cover it. Hoi. Okay, next they ask you to show working clearly determine whether the two circles will actually meet each other. Okay, so how are you going to find it? Okay, you find the distance between the two centers. So we have our two centers. So I list down. My two centers, the first center is 2 minus 3. The second center is 3, 5. Right? Find the distance. So using the length formula, and I find that the distance is square root 65, and then it's 8.06. Okay, why I put it in decimal? Yes, meet each other means intersect. So what I do is, I use the center. Okay, I find the length. Okay, so the two radius, if I add them together, is 8 units. Now the distance between the two centers now is 8.06, which is more than 8. So if it's more than 8, that means actually the center is very far. It doesn't intersect, you understand? How to check if your answers are correct? What do you mean? Okay, so since 8.06 is more than 8, so that means these two circles will not meet each other. Okay? So this is for this IB, last part. I'm moving to the second circle question already. Seven plus 1 is because the first circle radius is 7, the second circle is radius is 1. So the two radius add together will be 8 units. If you do the circle at 2, does it help you get extra half mark? Huh? understand what you mean. Okay, anyway, let's move on to the second circle question. Yes, Minecraft. Okay, this question 10, question 10. This second question circle a bit tricky. Okay, you need to know something. Okay, we need to know that first they tell us that the center passed through the origin, which is a 0, 0. Okay, and then it has an x-intercept of 4. X-intercept of 4 means is 4, 0. Okay, y-intercept at 3 means it's 0, 3. So now you actually have 3 points of the circle. So I have to plot it out. So this is how you plot the circle. So I have my 0, 0, I have my 0, 3, and I have my 4, 0. Okay? If I don't go for my A math tomorrow, will a lot of doors be closed for me? You need to make sure that you have enough subject for your whatever entry. Okay? You need to go and do a calculation. I don't know your subject. You need to go and discuss with your family and discuss with your teacher. No way is this right angle in a semicircle. I think no way it's a semicircle. Okay? So, what I'm trying to say is, yes, pay attention now plus the other two live, okay? Go and do. There are some questions definitely, they cannot give all difficult questions one, can I tell you? Okay, if you want to tell me you never study, you want to get an A tomorrow, then maybe it's difficult lah. But you want to get a pass, I believe, see my video, see all the questions, I believe should be okay lah. Yes, it's circle property. Well done. Add math. Okay, so look at this one. The perpendicular bisector of OB, you see OB is here. Perpendicular bisector means is perpendicular plus it cuts through the midpoint. So actually because the OB is a vertical line. So actually the bisector, the perpendicular bisector is a horizontal line. Okay, so you can see that I do a light horizontal line over, right? That's the perpendicular bisector of OB. Then the perpendicular bisector of OA, same thing, midpoint of the OA. And because OA is a horizontal line, the bisector is a vertical line down. So in this case, you will know that these two perpendicular bisector actually will cut through the center. Yeah, this one I can tell you many people will got a shock. So now you see, I show this question. So the perpendicular bisector, that's the center. Okay, and because this one is a horizontal line, so actually the center is very easy to see one. See, it's the midpoint, it's a horizontal line. So you will take 3 and the 0, the midpoint is what? 1.5. So that means the y coordinate of the center is 1.5. Can you see this? The y coordinate of the center is 1.5. Okay, and then the x coordinate of the center is taking the 0 plus 4 divided by 2, so it's 2. So that's why the center is 2, 1.5. Okay? They ask you to explain why is 2 and 1.5. So that's the reason. You will have to state that the perpendicular bisector of OB and the perpendicular bisector of OA cuts at the center. Okay, this is E-math properties of circle. Okay, and then after that, see, we're done with the center. Okay, kids, even if touch wood, okay, you cannot explain the part 1, but they already give you the center of the circle, right? You still can proceed to do the balance question, The most you lose this 1 mark if you cannot explain part 1, agree? Don't see that, oh, part 1 I cannot explain, then you give up the whole question, okay? No, it's not a huge part of the paper. Explanation here and there a bit only, But I always tell my students, I don't know how to explain, just anyhow write. If you really don't know how to explain, anyhow write. Don't leave blank, okay? Let's move on. Determine the equation of the circle in general form. So you see, most of the time when they ask for equation of circle, we leave it in the standard form. But if they ask for general form, then you need to expand, okay? So let's move on. Stick to the topic. We're going to revise for tomorrow A math, so don't flood the chat. Okay, so first, because I already have the center, but I haven't found my radius, okay? So to find the radius of the circle, what I take is I take the center, and I took, which point? I took 0, 3, I think. Yes, I took the 0, 3. Okay, I took B and took the center, find the length. And I found out that my radius is 2.5 units. Because to find the equation of the circle, you need the radius and the center. So with this, I can form the equation. So you see, at the side here, I put here x minus a squared, blah, 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 blah. And I stated here, general form is the expanded form. And I stated here, this is the standard form. So you cannot leave your answer in this way because they already requested for general form. So you need to expand, rainbow, simplify. So this one is your equation of the circle in the general form. Okay. Let's move on. Next, they tell me that OD is the diameter of the circle. Find the coordinate of D. So, do you agree that if OD is the diameter, the midpoint is the center? Agree? So, I say here, if OD is the diameter, it means that center is the midpoint. And we have the center of the circle. So, we're going to use the midpoint. Yes, today live will be uploaded. But I doubt it will be uploaded today because my PA Sam is off today. So she will only upload tomorrow. So for today live, you all better pay attention. But I can upload the worksheet and the solution to the Telegram channel first. Only the live, it will be uploaded tomorrow. Okay? So, see kids. This one I think I draw here. So you must know that because now we know O is 0, 0. D is unknown, so I let it be CD. Okay? And because they mentioned that this is the diameter, so I know the midpoint will be the center. So the center, this one is center which is 2, 1.5. Okay? So with this, you will be able to use the information, okay, to find the D. So how am I going to do that? See, it's like work backwards. 0 plus C divided by 2 give me 2. See here? 0 plus C divided by 2, it gives me 2. So this is like first equation and you can solve C. Then 0 plus D divided by 2 give me 1.5. 0 plus D divided by 2 give me 1.5. And so I get my 3. So I know my point D is 4, 3. O is always the origin, yes. Oh no, this there they say pass through the origin and we always let O be assign it as the origin. You don't use O for other points lah. It's like O is like reserved for the origin, you understand? So kids, this method is also used for the parallelogram when it comes out to coordinate geometry. You all know or not? Let me just put additional information here. As in like what I'm trying to say is, you know, for parallelogram, I just anyhow put one thing. Okay, let me just put the same number O and B. O, B. Okay? Hoi. You all know that actually, sometimes in fact, most of the time they give you 3 points out of the 4 points for the parallelogram, correct? You will make use of the same thing to find out what is the fourth coordinate. Because the midpoint of AB and the midpoint of OD is the same. Wait, I finish this one first. So remember, for parallelogram or rhombus, as long as you have 2 pairs of parallel lines, the midpoint of the diagonals is the same. So if this one you have, this one you have, this one you have, you will find the midpoint of the AB first by using the coordinate of AB. Okay? Once you have the midpoint of the AB, it means that I can make use of the midpoint to find out what is my fourth coordinate, which is the same concept as this one. Just visualize this OD was my diagonal. Okay? Just visualize this OD is my diagonal. And then I know that my midpoint of the AB just now was 1.5. So I want to find the fourth coordinate of the so-called the parallelogram. You will use the same method. You will let the fourth coordinate of the parallelogram be CD. Okay? Make use of the midpoint of the AB. Wow, use vectors. Wow, chim eh. You know how to use vector? I don't know. You teach me. Okay, but anyway, now I'm going to use my method. There's a lot of methods, but Teacher Kangie method is just using this one. I don't know how you use vectors. Okay, come. So, I repeat. When I have one point, the midpoint, I want to find the other side. Okay, I will let the other side point be CD. Of course, can be any other alphabet you want. Okay, so it will just be 0 plus C divided by 2 will be the x coordinate of the midpoint. 0 plus D divided by 2 equals to the y coordinate of the midpoint. Then you can find out what is your D and what is your C. And that will be the coordinate. Rhombus is the same. Because rhombus is also two pairs of parallel line. The only difference is parallelogram is opposite sides are equal. Rhombus is all four sides are equal. But they both are considered two pairs of parallel lines. So the midpoint still apply. Just now ask me, Dean, so can you understand the diameter thing again? The diameter, the finding the second point. Dean, you are the person who asked, so I need to make sure you understand before I move on. 1, 2, 3. Dean disappear already. Ask me a question, then you disappear, Dean. Okay, good. Okay, let's move on. No, kite is not parallelogram. Hello. Kite is not parallelogram. Kite is kite. Kite is kite. It's not parallelogram. This is not parallelogram. Okay, this one draw a bit look like. Okay, but actually it's like that. Leave it like that. Kite is kite. It's not equals to parallelogram. Okay. Okay, let's move on. Okay, we're gonna do that's the last part of the second circle question. This one is cover. Hoi. Okay, so this question, they say it's a continuation of just now the circle question. Now they say that the tangent at D cuts the x-axis at E. So find the area of the triangle BCD. Okay, so what I did was I sketched out. Okay, pardon for my circle. It's not a bit, it's not very smooth. But anyway, it's just sketching out. So see, I draw my B, I draw my O, I draw my A. Okay, I have my center. Right. So actually, how I draw my circle is I have my center, right? And just now I have my radius, which is 2.5. So I actually measure 2.5. Actually, I measure 2.5 cm, 2.5 cm, 2.5 cm, 2.5 cm. I put 4 dots, top, bottom, left, and right. Then I will be able to draw the circle. Okay. Then point D, just now we already found it in the previous part, which is 4, 3. Correct? Now they mention tangent at D. And you know that EMAF properties of circle is the tangent is perpendicular to the radius. Agree? So I drawing D to my center. And then I put a 90 degree here. Okay? They tell me that the tangent cuts the x-axis at E. Okay? So it means that I need to find the equation of this line. So I need to find the equation of this line, which is y equals to mx plus c. Okay? So I have to find my gradient first, right? But I don't know what is this gradient yet. But I'm able to find the gradient of CD because I have my center, I have my point D. And since it's perpendicular, later I just use M1, M2, negative 1. So let's proceed to find gradient of CD. So gradient of CD, y1 minus y2. So 3 minus 1.5 over 4 minus 2. So I get 3/4. So this is gradient of CD. Then after that, because this is perpendicular, I will take negative 1 divided by this gradient. And this is the gradient of this line now. Okay? You mean you got highest point, highest in math, is it? I got highest in class for math. Is it? You learn from my video? Well done. Keep it up. Okay. Okay, next. See equation of the circle. Sorry, equation of the line is y equals mx plus c. I already find my gradient, so I plug the gradient here. Chowking warrior. I got posed quite a few questions on logarithm. Go and take a look at the logarithm question. Okay, the commonly kind of asked logarithm question is already there. Go see, go see. Okay, so now I need to sub a point which is on the line, and the only point I have is 4, 3. So sub it in. Okay, I will be able to find my c, which is 25 over 3. Okay, so now I have my equation of this line already. Okay, then go back to the question. You see, they say that the tangent cut the x-axis at point E. And when you cut the x-axis, you know that y is equals to 0. This point is referring to this point. The line extend, cut the x-axis. This is point E. So since I already have the equation of this line, to find point E, I just need to sub y equals to 0. Yes, for differentiate logarithm, you need to use law of logarithm to split them first before you differentiate them. Okay, so now I sub y equals to 0, I found my x, which is 25 over 4. So in the end, I know my point E. My point E will be 25, 4, and 0. Okay, now I have all the 3 points. I have my B, I have my C, I have my E. So I just use the shoelace method. No, permutation and combination is JC1. I don't know. I cannot. Okay, so area of triangle BCD. Hello, Julian. Okay, area of triangle BCD, you got to use a shoelace method, kids. Remember to put a half in front, half. Okay, once you have put in the coordinate, first you need to go anti-clockwise. You see I put arrow here. Just to remind you, it's anti-clockwise. So you can start with any point. So let's say I start from B, 0, 3. So anti-clockwise, the next point is C. So put 2, 1.5. Then go to E, 6.25 and 0. And make sure that you close it back. So you see that the first and the last column is the same. Okay, make sure you go anti-clockwise. I put arrow here. So my solution put arrow will remind you. And also, okay, let me highlight. There's a half in front. Okay, E math over already. We already move on. Now A math. Okay, so kids, see how I do. I always draw the arrow. See here? Arrow, arrow, arrow. So this one, 0 times 1.5 plus 2 times 0 plus 6.25 times 3. Okay, then now arrow the other side. It will be minus. So it's minus 0 times 0 minus 6.25 times 1.5 minus 2 times 3. Then of course the rest, press calculator, and you get the area of the triangle BCD. Those two lines at the side make everything inside positive, right? Actually, when you go anti-clockwise, you don't really bother about the line there. Shoelace can't be used if the first point is the origin. No. You see, we are trying to find triangle BCD. BCD don't involve the origin one. It doesn't matter what is your coordinates. When you want to find area, just make sure that you put the points. You start the point, you must go anti-clockwise, and then you must start and end with the same coordinate. That's all. Actually, they put the modulus is actually like, for example, if you accidentally go clockwise, right, the number you just from the negative become positive lah. Okay, so actually this doesn't really matter lah. Anyway, modulus is out, so you don't really bother about the straight line. Okay, I'm used to writing the straight line, but just go anti-clockwise. Okay, so this is how you find the area of the triangle using shoelace method. Understand? Okay, I'm going to move on now. Next is rate of change question. And this rate of change question, again, many students will be stuck. Let me drink my coffee first. Wait, okay, how many like and share? Good luck for math tomorrow. Yes, everyone, good luck, correct. So now we are going to do rate of change, and this rate of change is using the cone. And a lot of students, this cone actually is linked to the similarity triangle. Can you make a video about integration of exponential, please? Integration of exponential so easy. See, integrate e to the power of 3x squared plus 2x over 5. Let's say, for example, like that. Simple one, Integration of exponential. Okay, I'm going to take the 1/5 because it's a constant, put it outside. Integration of exponential means keep the same, differentiate the power, put it at the denominator, so it's 6x plus 2. Then, because this is no number here, so it's indefinite, so that means we have a C. So to simplify, this one simply is just a e 3x squared plus 2x over 5 6x plus 2. Done. So integration of exponential is keep the same, differentiate the power, put it at the denominator. Full stop. Okay? Okay, move on. Rate of change, No need nervous, okay? What's the point of nervous? Nervous only make you cannot perform better. Which one? The integration of exponential? Yes, I don't. Sim, you want the integration of exponential? Integration of exponential is keep the same, differentiate the power, put it at the denominator, that's all. Okay, integration of exponential very easy. Just keep the same, differentiate the power and put it at the denominator. Well, now I'm in poly, I forgot already. I don't think got integration of exponential in poly, maybe, unless you're doing chemical engineering, got engineering maths or not? Should have. Okay, so this is integration of exponential. Wow, thanks for the rows. How about logarithm? Logarithm, you can only differentiate ln x, right? For example, no, you can only differentiate ln, cannot integrate log. You cannot integrate logarithm. Can go through cubic equation with the formula. Go through cubic equation with the formula. Don't understand. What's the rows for? Appreciation, or? Sure, will differentiation or be a very huge part of the paper? Will sure come out, but will not be huge part. Okay. So there's no integration of logarithm. Integration of, you can, because you only differentiate ln x, give you 1 over x. So that means you can only integrate 1 over x, give you back ln x. Okay? So if it's like, let's say for example, differentiate ln, let's say this one is 3x plus 2. You differentiate, this one is 1 over 3x plus 2 multiplied by, differentiate the inside, which is 3. So it becomes 3 over 3x plus 2. Okay? So for integration, you can only integrate -1. So that means I want to integrate, for example, let's say 3 over 3x plus 5 with respect to x. So you see, if you're going to bring it up, it's -1. So the only way is to integrate this one is only back to ln. So it becomes, the 3, just put it there. So it's 3 ln 3x plus 5. Take note, you differentiate the inside, which is 3, put it at the denominator when you integrate the to the power of -1. No, the Ferris wheel wave question I'm not going through. No, hi, at math. If tangent graph come out, you shouldn't be scared. Why? Because I can't remember my first life or second life. I went through sine graph, cosine graph, and tangent graph. So there's no reason that you all were buang for tangent graph. I went through all 3 types of graph, you know. Go to my YouTube channel and see the video when I go through the 3 graph. 3 tangent, sine, and cosine. So come out tangent graph, no scared. You should be happy. Then after that, 3 cancel already ma. So in the end, it become ln 3x plus 5. Of course, with a plus c. Welcome. Thanks. Nice chair. This is still not the best chair. Where can I see your uploaded live? It's in my YouTube channel. Go to my bio. Integrate bottom equation is always add ln to it, is it? Huh? Integrate bottom equation is always add ln to it. No, you are trying to integrate to power of -1. You see, if I'm going to bring this up, it's -1 ma. So every time when you bring up is -1, that means it's ln. Okay, so let's move on. Wow, I love that. Mi po ta to la. Reminder to all, please eat well and sleep well. Oh yeah, I don't. Tomorrow paper is afternoon, is it? So I always tell my students, if your paper is 2 o'clock, please you don't eat like 1 o'clock. Okay? If you eat like 1 hour before the exam, you will easily get food coma. Food coma means what? Your brain cannot work properly. So if I cannot remember tomorrow paper is what time. Tomorrow paper is what time? Okay? Make sure that you all sleep well so that the mind is fresh. Okay? And then if let's say paper is 2 p.m., please eat a heavy breakfast. Then you have some time to digest the food. Okay? Don't like 1 o'clock you eat full, then after you go for exam. Then you go for exam, after that you food coma. Oh, if it's 2:30, don't eat at 1:30 or 2 o'clock. You sure will get food coma one. Okay? So eat like maybe 12. Okay? Then by the time you digest 1 o'clock everything, 2:30 should be just nice. Okay? Okay, come, rate of change. So come. This question say, shows an inverted circular cone, okay, of radius 4 and a height 20. The liquid leak out. So kids see, leak out. Means that it is decreasing. So the dV dt is equals to minus 5 cm cube per second. Understand? Minus, because it leak out. Next, they say that find the rate at which the height is decreasing when the height liquid is 212 cm. So I always like to write out. So they ask me to find dH dt equals to question mark when the height is equals to 12. So write out these 2 statements first, then you will know what to do, right? So I have my dV dt, I need to find dH dt. So that means I need V in terms of H. So I need a formula which is V in terms of H. So V in terms of H, this is a cone. So of course we will use volume of the cone. So if it's volume of the cone, we know it's V equals to 1/3 pi r square H. Right? But the bad news is, every time we need to have either V in terms of just one alphabet. But my right hand side now got R, got H. So what do? I got R, I got H. So what do? Anyone know how to do this question? I already know I must have V in terms of H, but I got an extra R there. So how do I get rid of the R? No, you cannot dV dH. Why? Because you got the R square there. Yes, make R into H. So how do I find the R equals to R? How do I find the R to become H? Yes, use similar triangle. So kids, take a look. This one I will draw a separate triangle here. Okay, this is 4. This one is R. This one is 20. This one is H. No, you cannot dV the R yet. Not yet. So you're going to make use of this one. Form an equation. Similar triangle. Small over big. So it's R over 4 equals to H over 20. Yes, add math, but the thing is you're not ready yet. You cannot do dV/dH yet because you got the R there. So we need to get rid of the R first. Okay, so based on this, can everyone understand this part? Can everyone understand how I get this one? Hello? Okay, the purpose of doing this is because I want to make R the subject so that I can change the R to become H. Okay, important Okay, so cross multiply 20 R equals to 4H, R equals to 4H over 20, so R equals to H over 5. So now I have R in terms of H. This is how you change the R to become H. Then now start this inside here. So it becomes V equals to 1/3 pi R square H. The R now H over 5, throw it inside, H over 5. So it becomes 1/3 pi H square over 25H. Simplify, you will get 1 over 75 pi H cubed. Sure, you have a large audience. I don't know how many people like. Wow, 225. Well, this question, I hope it come out. But anyway, okay, see here. So far, understand? Now I have V in terms of H already. Can? Just now the add math, you cannot dV/dH yet until you get, so-called you have V in terms of H. But just now was V in terms of R and H. So you got to make use of the similar triangle to make R the subject first, so that you can change the R to become H. So now your V is purely in terms of H. Okay, so let's proceed. Now you can write in the, so my previous life I mentioned, you have 3 components, correct? No, the similar triangle is small over big. It's like a small triangle over big triangle. So the small r over the big r, which is 4. So r over 4 is equals to the height of the small triangle, which is h, over the height of the big triangle, which is 20. Small over big, small over big. Okay, small over big, small over big. Okay? Can, I don't seem you understand how I get a similar triangle already? Okay, let's proceed. So 3 components, I have to place them correctly. The one without dt, put it in the middle. So we have our, I haven't differentiated, sorry. I need to do my dv, dr, dvh. Kids, I need to do my dv, dh. So I put it in this form so easier for me to differentiate. I bring down the 3, so 3 times 7 over 5. So 3 over 75. Pi power minus 1, so it's 2. 3 over 75 can simplify, so it's 1 over 25 pi h squared. Okay, so now I have my dv, dh. So dv, dh, we'll put it here. So dv, dh is here. Okay, look at the numerator, dv is here, so that means here is dv, dt. Then this side is dh, dt. Understand? Nippo ta. No, thank you, thank you. Okay, so then after that, let's throw in whatever we have. Our dv, dt is minus 5. Throw in. So here is minus 5. dv, dh, just now we already did it. Throw in. So 1 over 25 pi h squared. dh, dt is the one that you need to find. So keep it as dh, dt. Okay? And then this h, how? See, that's the reason why I always must write out this thing. You see, they asked me to find when h equals to 12. So I already have h equals to 12. So throw it in here. So it becomes minus 5 equals to 1 over 25 pi 12 squared times dh, dt. Okay, some school will teach you all what flip the dh, dt become dt, dh or whatsoever. But to me, I never do that. What I do is, you treat this just like algebra. This is your unknown. You want to find this unknown, you simply take negative 5 divide by this whole chunk. Agree? So no need to flip here, flip there. Flip until my brain also flip. So it just treat it like solving equation. Your unknown is dh dt. Just take -5 divided by this whole junk. Okay? So I was right, dh dt equals to -5 divided by the whole junk. The whole junk is this one. I put circle. I'm lazy to write. But don't worry, my solution is neat one, okay? My solution is neat one. This one is just my rough working. Okay? Then after I divide, I will get -0.2763. Okay? HT. So H is cm, so it's cm per second. Round to 3SF is -0.276. Then, see can you do dh dt equals to dh dv? Yes, you can, but this is the one that you flip here, flip there one, which I don't use. Because you see, mine is dv dh. How you do dh dv? So troublesome. I don't know how. You need to make h a subject, then you dh dv. Why make yourself so headache? You understand? Because your formula was v in terms of h. So naturally, you will have dv dh, right? You want to do dh dv, you still need to go and flip the dv dh. Yes, I want to reply. How you know answer is positive? What answer is answer positive? I haven't write that. How you know it's positive? I'm about to say because the question say find the height when the cone is decreasing. Do you see this? I need to stick here also. Okay, they say decreasing. My height is negative, so that means I will answer them and say, okay, my height is decreasing at 0.276 because the decreasing meaning is already minus meaning. So you don't have to write the negative there, understand? Unless the question asks, find the height of the liquid that the cone is changing, then you will keep the negative. If the question said changing, you keep the negative. Now the question said decreasing, so you remove the minus and just put the positive value, understand? We are at question 3a. We still got question 4 and question 5. 4a, 4b, and 5a, b, c. It's okay lah, today is the last live. I think today might drag more than 2 hours, I'm not sure lah. Okay, let's move on. All good. This rate of change question. Okay. Again, cause they already say it's leaking. The leaking part is the dv dt. And the height is different. Height asking for decreasing also So in fact, my height is also decreasing, so it will be negative. But then because of the word decreasing, so we put the answer in positive. Okay? So kids, just to remind, so when they say leak out means this one is -5, although the question put positive 5 here. So you must put the negative yourself. Okay, let's move on. Let me see what's the next question. The next question is easy stationary point. I put it out there is hopefully for some questions, some students to actually just get some marks for stationary point. Because stationary point is so easy. No, there will not be another live for paper 2 because Monday and Tuesday are very busy. I am not able to squeeze in the time. Okay, but I cover quite a lot of questions for the 3 live already. So go and see my YouTube channel, the 3 live, including today. Let's move on to the next question, stationary point. Sure, for every rate of change in a cone or sphere, is it likely that a triangle... Sphere cannot. Sphere, how to similar triangle? If they come out pyramid or the cone, then it's linked to the similar triangle. Will this type of question come out tomorrow? Of course, I wish it will come out. Because you all learned today, right? If it come out, then, ooh, happy. But it might come out similar lah. Okay, so kids, the main thing, okay, the things that you learn from this particular question is not to memorize this thing. Okay, maths is not about memorizing. Over this question, what is the main thing that you learn? The main thing that you learn is when you have V in terms of the formula, you have so many alphabet, what do you do? you will have to make use of a formula to change one of the alphabet. So it may come out this kind, or they may come out other things. But sometimes they will give you an information to link the two alphabet together, and then you just make the subject, and then that's how you replace it. You understand? That's the concept. It's not about memorizing this cone. They may come out a similar whereby you will have a formula whereby you have 3 alphabet. Then when you have 3 alphabet, don't cry there, please. Look at the question again and see whether there's any information that it wasn't used yet. So you know that you are linked to forming the 2 alphabet together equation and then make subject. You understand? And then after that, you can just replace and you're only left with 2 variables. Huh? Okay, let's move on. Next is the stationary point. Here. Stationary point, so easy, huh? How can we find area between graph and x-axis, graph and y-axis between two graphs? Huh? You mean area under the graph lah? Integration lah? I did integration under the curve my previous live, I think. Go and take a look. And there was a very tricky question whereby how do you integrate ln? I did that in the previous live already. Go to my YouTube and see. Okay, see here, the equation of a curve is blah blah blah. Find the coordinate of the stationary point. This kind of question you must straight away grab into the pocket, the marks. Okay, stationary point, no need to say. Straight away you must know dy dx is equals to 0. Huh? Am I frozen? Dean? Jerry, this hour how to sleep? Can see me moving or not? Am I frozen? Okay, just reply not frozen. I see many not frozen, then I'll continue already. Okay, can, then I'll continue. Okay, see stationary point, no need to see, no need to think already. Straight away dy dx equals to 0. So you need to differentiate. So my y equals to x squared 6 minus x. Please, this one don't use product rule, Hey, thank you. Not frozen. Okay? Please, don't use product rule, because this one I can rainbow, right? So just rainbow. So it's just 6x squared minus x cubed. Then easily you can just apply rule 1, rule 2 to differentiate. So dy dx is just bring down the power, 6 times 2, so it's 12x. This one bring down minus 3x squared. Then after that, dy dx equals to 0. So 12x minus 3x squared equals to 0. Right? Then after that, what you do? I'm going to divide by negative 3 throughout. Woohoo! So I have x squared minus 4x equals to 0. Take out common factor x. X minus 4 equals to 0. X equals to 0 or x equals to 4. So I have 2 stationary points. Then what I do is I always go back and read at the question. Do they want the coordinates or do they only want the x coordinate? If they only want the x coordinate, don't waste time, go and find a y coordinate. This one say find the coordinate means I need to find my y. So don't forget to find your y. Sub the x equals to 0 into the original curve. Original curve. Not sub to dy dx. Sub to dy dx is finding gradient. Need to sub back to y. Okay, so my y will be equals to 0 squared 6 minus 0, so I get 0. Y equals to 4 squared 6 minus 4 equals to 16, and 2, I get 32. So my two coordinates is 0, 0, and 4, 32 are the stationary points. Okay, so wow, like that 5 marks already. Okay. Yeah, sub in, kids. You all need to remember sub in to y. Don't blur go and sub it to dy dx. Okay. Now next, they say use second derivative test to determine the nature of the 3 point of this point. Aya, Samantha, I already say already. You show the points, show this working. It's only just a few second thing, right? Show the step. You must show to the teacher that you really know your thing, correct or not? Students always shortcut here, shortcut there, and then after that, in the end, make mistake. You see, what you learn for 4 years, everything throw into the paper, agree or not? Why do you need to give yourself discount, shortcut here, shortcut there, and then after that, you keep for who? Keep for who? Your O-level leh. Of course, show what? Show, you know, like all your kung fu, all your martial arts, everything show during your this O-level paper already, correct or not? Okay. The space is not for you to get the answer, it's for you to show how you get to the answer. Yeah, sometimes, you see, if you touch wood accidentally, you get the wrong answer. Okay? But if you have shown the steps, maybe you still have some working marks. Right? And writing out the step by step is actually to reduce making mistake. Okay, even me as a teacher, my steps also very long one. Okay? Because I want to avoid making mistake. Okay? It's like you, like I mentioned, you learn for 4 years already there. All my stuff throw it in already. Okay, now second derivative test means I'm going to do the d square y dx square. So look at my dy dx, differentiate one more time. d square y dx square. Differentiate this, I will get 12 minus 6x. Okay, this one you will have to sub, because we have two coordinates, you have to sub 2 times. So I need to sub the first one, which is the x equals to 0. So my d square y dx square is equals to 12 minus 6 times 0. It gives me 12. So kids, when your d square y dx square is more than 0, it is minimum. Okay? Yeah, second derivative is faster than the first one. Okay, kids, always use second derivative. The only 2 times you don't use second derivative is when your dy dx is difficult to differentiate one more time, then straight away use first derivative. Or when your second derivative is equals to 0, you cannot determine whether is it maximum or minimum, then you have no choice, you got to use first derivative. Understand? Other than that, it's always d square y dx square. Okay, so then now I know my first point is already minimum. So let's test for the second one. So the second one is I'm going to sub in x equals to 4. So my d square y dx square is equals to 12 minus 6 times 4, which is negative 12. Less than 0 means it's maximum point. Don't just stop there. Give a statement there. You will say that, oh, so I know that my 0, 0 is minimum. Spell out, point. My 432 is maximum point. Okay? Hey, how you know I want to show first derivative example? Wow, you know me, you can read me. Because in case there's a question whereby, okay, and let me just state here. Over here I never put, okay, I put here. Okay, I write it here. Okay, so kids, you see, I did a few logarithm questions in my TikTok videos. Go and take a look at this video. Okay, logarithm. And linear log, I did it in the previous live. Plotting graph on linear log. Go and see my previous live. Go YouTube channel and see. Okay, kids, what I'm going to do? Oh, okay. See, if my d square y dx square, okay, is equals to 0. Okay, let me write. No. I put this one first. If my d square y dx square is more than 0, this is minimum point. If my d square y dx square is less than 0, this is maximum point. Okay? If my d square y dx square is equals to 0, you cannot confirm that it is point of inflection. Cannot. You will say cannot determine. So, use first test. So how to use the first test? Okay, I will use just now that question. So my dy dx, just now that question is 12x minus 3x squared. 12x minus 3x squared. And the 2 points is 0, 0 and 432. Okay, I'm going to use the first test to show these 2 points what is the nature, okay? Okay, so draw the box. You have to draw box for each point, okay? So this one is when x equals to 0. This is when dy dx equals to 0. So dy dx is gradient ma. Gradient 0 means it's a horizontal line. That's why this is a horizontal line. Okay? Charlie, big fan of my work. Yay! I will cheer you, yes. Thank you, Charlie. Okay, any tips for integration? I got go through quite a few integration questions. You can take a look. So let's proceed. Okay, so you need to find out what is the gradient on the left of x equals to 0. Okay, a lot of students ask the same thing. They ask sub what value on the left. Okay, my rule of thumb is I use 0.1. Okay, so I will sub in x is equals to negative 0.1. Please don't put minus 1. I feel that minus 1 is too big. Always use 0.1. That's my rule of thumb. So you will take 0 minus 0.1, so it's negative 0.1. Okay? No. See here? When my d square y equals to 0, you cannot determine that it is point of inflection. You have to use the first test. Okay, I cannot see your username is 2401. Yeah, cannot. See, very big here. I'm going to highlight here. When your d square y dxy equals to 0, you cannot confirm that this is point of inflection. You must do the first test. So now I'm doing the first test. No, there will not be a turning point between 0 and negative 0.1. Too small already. But there could be 0 and 0. If you use 0 and negative 1, that could be 1. You understand? That's why I asked to use 0.1. That's the safest. Yeah? So, you don't need to know the actual value of the dy dx. All you need to know is whether your dy dx is positive or negative when I sub in negative 0.1. Yeah, for the other one is 3.9 and 4.1. Good. So, see here. Okay. Common mistake is what? Student go and sub into the d square y dx square. Please, this is finding dy dx. So you are supposed to sub into dy dx. So what I do is 12 bracket negative 0.1 minus 3 bracket negative 0.1 square. Press. Give me negative. So all I need to do is say dy dx is less than 0. Less than 0 means gradient is negative. That means it's this direction. Gradient negative means slope down, correct? Complex number, mine is O level. Where got complex? Complex number is JC and engineering. Okay, that's not O level. So now this side I will sub in x equals to 0.1. So you see I use bracket. So I can easily go back, delete the negative. Press equal. So I get a positive. So I will say dy dx is more than 0. Gradient is positive, means slope up. Slope up means what? Minimum, agree or not? You only have these few possibilities, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, like that, correct? Like that, like that, like that, and like that, like that, like that. You only have these 4 possibilities. This means it's minimum point. This means it's maximum point. These 2 is point of inflection. Okay, you only have 4 possibilities. So, you see, I have now confirmed that my 0, 0 is minimum point. Agree? So, just now, wait. Did I write wrongly? I write the other way around. Why nobody stopped me just now? Wait, Yeah, this one is minimum. Wait, change. Okay, go back here. So my 0, 0 is minimum point. Okay, so now let's do the same test for the second point. Same thing, draw 9 box. Okay, put in this is x equals to 4. This is dy dx equals to 0. Flat line. So, can go through increasing function. I think later I will talk about increasing function. Okay, then after that, just now somebody tell me x equals to 3.9, right? This side x equals to 4.1. So same thing, you see, I never erase, I just go back here. Go back to the bracket, and now I'm going to key in 3.9. And I get positive. So my dy dx is positive going upwards. Go back here, put in 4.1. Negative. So dy dx is less than 0. So it's this one. So you see, this one, right? So it's a maximum. Correct now? So just now we have said it's maximum. So this is using first derivative test. So it's easy, right? First derivative test. Can? How? All understand how to use first derivative test already? Okay, so this is how you use first derivative test. Okay, let's move on. See, I also put increasing function here. Agnes, you really learning O level or not? Don't disturb and put I don't know. You really don't know? It's genuine don't know, then I explain again. If you are just trying to disturb, then please I do not use your blind. Moderator. Okay, anyone who spam here or disturb here will be banned from my content and everything. Okay, come. See, find the range of values of x for which y is increasing. So y is increasing means dy dx is more than 0. So just go back and take your dy dx expression, put more than 0. So this one become a quadratic inequality. Sure, don't listen to hater. I get used to it. Don't worry. We just block the haters out. Our Teacher Kangie platform is meant for nice and kind people, right? So we keep to nice people. Those people who are like disturbing, just keep them out of the platform. Simple as that. Okay. So dy dx is more than 0. No, this is not a hard question. It's considered a simple question. Okay. So, see, kids take note, you see, this is a quadratic inequality. But do you notice this is minus? So, what I want you to do is divide by -3 throughout. So, this one become x squared. This one become minus 4x. And when you divide by negative, please flip the symbol. So, it's less than 0. Principal value I did mention in one of my TikTok video. Go and search for it. Okay, so then factorize this one. Okay, and then for quadratic inequality, make sure you draw this one. So I have 0 and 4. Less than 0 means shade the in between, which is the below. So my x is between 0 and 4. It means that the range of values of x for increasing function will be this one. Multiply or divide by negative, still flip the sign. Anything to do, as long as it's negative number, okay, you flip the sign. Solution of triangle? What solution of triangle? Will this live be accessible later? Yes, it will be accessible later, but tomorrow. Tonight, won't be able to put. I'm break up right now. Are you doing right now? I'm very confused. Okay, anyway, move on. Negative number for the x, right? Where got negative number? Because it's only forming quadratic inequality. That's why it's only 2 marks. Charlie, thanks for spreading love and laughter. That's not really laughter lah. That's reminding them to bring entry proof and NRIC. And please make sure you bring the approved calculator. You know the year that I go and take private O-level, I bring the wrong calculator because I got 2 calculators. One of my calculator is not approved for O-level. So I brought the wrong calculator. Okay, then in the end, thank God the invigilator is very kind. I think he went back to his office and passed me the spare calculator. Imagine I do A math without calculator. Fame. So please bring the correct calculator plus bring spare calculator if you have. If not, change your battery before you go to the exam. Because some student the calculator is used since primary school until secondary school. So many years already, never go, the battery haven't died on you, you are lucky. But don't take the risk. A math without calculator still okay? Cannot lah. Will die. Okay, let's move on. Next question, trigo. How to change battery? Behind the screwdriver, you got the mini screwdriver, you need to open up. You need to open up using the screwdriver and then change the battery. Next is the trigo proving question. If you cannot find the small, because it's a mini screwdriver, so if you cannot open up, the best thing is you ask around, see who like finished exam already, especially, okay, maybe some of your classmates take E-math, never take A-math, then you can borrow their calculator, or ask your family whether got extra calculator or not, just bring. Okay? The curve, how to decide smile out or smile down? No, kids, the quadratic inequality, please, never draw sad face. Every time when you meet a quadratic inequality with a minus, just change it to negative. Okay? For me, it's because I divide it to make it x squared lah. Okay? So for example, if I have minus x squared plus 3x less than 0. So if it's a set face, all you need to do is multiply by -1 throughout. You get x squared minus 3x, then flip the mouth. Then factorize x minus 3 more than 0. So draw this one is always a happy face. So this one is 0 and 3. More than 0 means you need to shade this direction. So if you shade this direction, I put here this is extra. If not, you all thought this one is related. Then after that, this means that x is less than 0 or x is more than 3. This is quadratic inequality. No, this one is extra. This is nothing to do with this question. So I put here, this is extra. I want to show about the other direction. This is less than 0, this is more than 0. Okay? Okay, let's move on. Trigo. Wow, this trigo question, faint. Proving. The A-math topics is very difficult to decide. Which topic will come out paper 1, paper 2. I can only say after paper 1 come out, we will know what topic will come out paper 2. Wait. Okay, see this one. This is a very tricky question. I think you all will seldom see this question. Yes, proving trigo should come out one. Okay, see. This question this proving is not easy. The 77 NAS 77 you put, the one is not the same. X less than 3 and X more than 3 is not the same as X the symbol that you put is both more than 3 what? So your symbol is not correct. Any tips to memorize graph? Memorize lor. Okay. If not, you take the graph. Make sure that before the exam you look at the graph. Okay, see you're supposed to prove the left to become right or right to become left. This one, the left is more complex, so I'll start from left hand side. Charlie, sine graph, cosine graph, tangent graph is in my previous live. Please go and see, Charlie. My YouTube channel, go and see. I already teach how to draw sine graph, cosine graph, and tangent graph. So even if it come out tangent graph, you all should not be scared. Understand? Okay, see here. Secant A plus tangent A minus 1. This is not easy, because in this question, I'm changing the 1 to become this. This one, very seldom you all use one. So actually, is this identity over here. What's my YouTube channel? Go to my bio. You can click on my link. You can see a lot of choice. Join my Telegram channel to get the worksheet and the solution. And then after that, click on the view the replay for my live. Okay. Then after that, see here, this one is make 1 the subject. So it becomes secant square A minus tangent A. So in this question, it's a bit rare. So minus, they change the 1 to become this. So why do we change it to become this? Because the left hand side here, okay, got secant and tangent. Okay, then after that, this, we're going to apply the A square minus B square equals to the A plus B and A minus B. I think today will delay, because I still have trigo question and kinematic question. Okay, so after that, this one I change to A plus B, A minus B. So kids, see what I do is I took out the common factor. I took out the common factor secant A plus tangent A. So when I take out, I put a square bracket. This one take out, left with a 1. Minus, take out this one, still left with this one. Then when I simplify the square bracket, open up, it becomes the same as the denominator. And then I cancel away, I left with this one. Then this one, secant A plus tangent A, break it up, 1 over cosine plus sine A over cosine A. Then it becomes this, which is equals to right hand side. This is not a usual question. Tinkerbell. Not say cannot. The first instinct, student will go and change the tangent to become sine over cosine and secant to become 1 over cosine. But not able to do so. That's why I say this question is not very common. Yes, you can change that, no problem. You change already after you realize that you stuck there. You cannot do anything. Tinkerbell? Usually common, first instinct is student will change that one. But because this one got 3 terms there, after you change that one already, you combine single fraction, everything, you cannot do anything. Okay, so this one, use the 1. Sure can, but you must use difference of 2 square twice. Sure can, but you must use the difference of 2 square twice. Chim. Tinkerbell, you get it? I change the minus 1 and the minus 1 and the 1 kind of an obstacle for me. How to complete the square for circle equation? I did that already. So sorry, I mean you missed that already. As in I already in my life just now I mentioned just now how to do the completing square for equation of circle already. Okay, anyway, kids, even if you cannot prove this question, okay, for the second part of the question, when they ask you to hand solve the equation blah blah blah, you can still take the previous part, change it to this one, 1 plus sine A over cosine A and equals to 3 cosine A. You still can do this 5-mark question, okay? Tinkerbell, can or not? Okay. Yes, Charlie, correct. So you cannot get the first 5 mark, you still can get the second 5 mark, right? So this one, after that, I put both sides single fraction cross multiply. Okay. Then what I do is, because I can only change the cosine square A, sine A, I cannot do anything. I make use of the identity, change this. Open up everything, it become a quadratic equation. So I have this equals to 0. Then split into 2. So sine A equals to -1. I go by the sine graph. -1 is here, is 3 pi over 2. And kids, see, this one is radian. Please don't do in degree. Aiya, Tinkerbell, cannot send message. I'm very curious how you do it. How are you going to send it to me? You do video. Then I go to your profile and see the video. Okay, see so sine A positive is first and second quadrant. Basic angle sine inverse 2/3, and then I have this one. Make sure you are in the radian mode. Okay, so A is equals to the first quadrant, and then after that the second quadrant is pi minus the basic, so I get this one. So round off the 3SF for radian. You have 3 answers. This one, and this one. Which part? Can repeat this part. Okay, this one is, this part I took from the part 1. Because part 1 they asked us to prove this one to become this one. So all I did was I just copy from in front. So this one I just changed to, see, because in front tell us to change this to this one. So I straight away just write this. Okay, here, and then equals to 3 cosine A over 1. Okay, so then after that what I do is I just cross multiply. Okay, then after that this cosine square A, I change it. This one is because the identity sine square A plus cosine square, okay, maybe I write in pen. This part is because I'm using the sine square A plus cosine square A equals to 1. This is the identity in the formula sheet. If I make cosine square A the subject, it will be 1 minus sine square A. That is why I have this one become this one. Then I rainbow, I get this one. Because it's a quadratic, everything throw to the left hand side, so it becomes a quadratic equation. Don't worry, Razis. After these trigo questions, behind I got 3 kinematic questions. Today we'll extend until very late. As in, okay, I will stop before 8 o'clock, that's definitely. Because anyone who know Dylan, Dylan doing a 8 o'clock live, please go and see. He's doing a summary for the A math. Okay, then after that, factorize. Factorize already. This one equals to sine A equals to 2/3. Sine A equals to -1. Dylan, I think you search the profile Dylan, you'll be able to find him. Can someone put Dylan the handler here? I know it's Dylan something Dylan Lim or something Cannot remember what is it. His live is doing 8 PM. He's doing 8 PM live today. Okay? 2 of us are good friends. We both teach mathematics to secondary school kids. Okay? Yeah, just how to find answer from sine graph. Remember sine graph is, this one is, okay, I draw very ugly, maybe because all of, okay, we see sine graph, we know that by default the sine graph is, here is 1, here is -1, right? Here is this is 90 degree, this is 180 degree, this is 270 degree, and this is 360 degree. So -1 is here, which is at the 270 degree. 270 degree, the corresponding radian is 3 pi over 2. That's why I know when sine A equals to -1, straight away I know is 3 pi over 2. Yeah, Dylan Lim FJ, correct. He's doing live 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Maybe I will pop in Kepo a bit. Okay? Okay? Then after that, so far, okay, basic angle, I find this one, first and second quadrant because it's positive. So its first quadrant is basic, second quadrant is pi minus basic, I get this. So I got 3 answers. These 3 answers are within this range, so all 3 I accept. Okay? Later Cher must say hi. Can. Later I didn't there, I say hi, then you all, Charlie lah, all this, you all say hi also. Okay? Okay, I proceed to the one more trigger questions, then I will move on to kinematic. I have 3 kinematic questions today. Woohoo! Yes, next question already. Trigger. Wait, I drink coffee first. What if you don't put the answer in pi, Can? This one 3 pi over 2 You put in radian decimal should be okay as long as this one is not special angle. So you go through integration already? Yes, I went through integration under the curve previous live. Go to my YouTube channel, see the video. Okay? Yes, next question already. Okay, next question. Come. See, given that cosecant blah 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 equals to 4 and x is a cube, show that this one is equals to 1/4. So, for this question is, I'm going to multiply by cosecant x minus cotangent x on both sides. So, the same thing. Okay, why I multiply by this one is because I want to prove this one. Okay, I want to make use of the a square minus b square. Okay, then after that, this is a plus b, a minus b, so it becomes a square minus b square. Okay, actually this one no need to rainbow. After that I realized that I don't need to rainbow. Because after I get this one, then I use the identity. Okay, I need to put here. This part is because I use the identity, which is the cosecant square. Cosecant square a equals to 1 plus cotangent square a. Okay, so this one I use the identity, change it to this one, and you can see that this one minus this one become net off, become 1 only. Then that's how I can make this a subject, so it's 1/4. Okay, then after that they ask us to find the value of secant x. So actually now we actually have 2 equations. The first one is the one that they give us, that's equation 1, one equation. Then the one that asks us to prove is equation 2. So with these 2 equations, we do simultaneous. I want to get rid of the cosecant x. So I add them. Sorry, I want to get rid of the cotangent x because 1 minus 1 plus. So I add them. I get 2 cosecant x equals to 1/4 plus 4, 17/4. So cosecant x is divided by 2. And third letter is s. So I know cosecant x is sine x. So then just flip 8/17. So cosine x, again, see sine x is 17, draw the triangle. So I know my cosine x will be 15/17. Then secant, third letter, so it's just flip. 15/7 becomes 17/15. How you get from line 3 to 4? Here to here, I use the identity. Cosecant square x, use the formula sheet. This one, the third formula here. Cosecant square a equals to 1 plus cotangent square a. Okay? That's why I write at the side here. Using the identity, change this one. Then I can net off, become 1. Okay? Okay with this question? Okay, next. Okay, let me just cover so that you will not see until like so many things. Okay, now next question. See, they ask us to solve this. See, I put range here. They ask us to find the range of sine theta over 1 plus cosine theta. So, put here cross multiply. That's the first thing. Cross multiply, expand, blah, 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 blah. Then after that, because over here I got cosine square theta, I got sine square theta. You want to change the sine square theta to become cosine square theta, or you want to change the cosine square theta to become sine square theta, it doesn't matter for this question. Okay? So for me is I change the cosine square theta to sine square theta. Okay? Change already, then it become an equation in terms of just purely sine. So I become 49 sine square theta equals to 9. Okay, then after that, 9 over 49, and then I square root. Kids, whenever you square root, you're supposed to have plus minus. So you see here, my sine theta got positive 3 over 7 and or negative 3 over 7. Okay, but no next life. My next life, November life, will be just chit chat only. Okay, serious life is only today. The last for the serious one for this month. Okay, so I reject the negative. Why? Because you see here, my theta is between the second quadrant. It's in the second quadrant. So if it's in the second quadrant, my sign is positive. It should not be negative, So I reject my minus 3 over 7. I only left with 3 over 7. Okay. If the range is negative, then we can accept the negative answer. You mean this range? No, this range is because it's in the second quadrant. So when it comes to here, I have 2 positive and negative. If it's second quadrant, I know that my sign is positive, so I can reject the negative one. Okay, let's move on. So I take the sine theta equals to 3 over 7. Again, draw the triangle so that I can find my third side. So over here, I show that I use Pythagoras theorem to show how I get my third side. Okay, and then after that, cosine theta will be using this one. So you see, A over H. So I know it's 2 square root 10 over 7. And because I am at the second quadrant, my cosine is negative. So remember to put the minus. So sine theta is plus minus. Yes. Nobody, yes. Yes, it's plus minus. Because it's square root, so I have plus minus. But I reject the negative because it's in the second quadrant. Okay. Then after that, see, I put my cosine theta must put minus, because cosine in the second quadrant is negative. So then, see, they ask us to find for this one, sine theta over 1 plus cosine theta. So I put in sine theta 3 over 7, 1 plus cosine theta, and then after I manipulate. So see how I manipulate this. A lot of students see, wow, so many fractions, don't know what to do. Okay, so the first thing is, this one, make it into a single fraction first. So it becomes 7 over 7, correct? 1 whole is 7 over 7. That's why it becomes 7 minus 2 square root 7 over 7. Okay? And the over, I just change it to divide. Why do I do that? So it's easier. Divide, now I change to multiply. Then all I need to do is just flip the right hand side. So once I flip already, easy already. So I just become, I cancel the 7, 7. I get 3 over 7, blah, blah, blah. But don't stop there. Remember, you cannot have can? Quick. Okay. Then let me see, where am I? Okay, so over here, because my denominators got third, so I need to rationalize. Okay. So after that, I multiply by blah blah blah, rationalize. This one I no need to teach you already. Okay, and then after that, after I rationalize, I get this one. Then you look back at the question. The question asks for, you see there's a 1/3 there. So that means I'm going to take out common factor 1/3. So just take out 1/3 and I get 21 over 3 plus blah blah blah. 21 over 3 is 7. So in the end, if you look at it, so actually my A, B, C, my A is 7, B is 2, C is 10. No, today we are just revising for O-level A math. Cher can explain the divide part again. Okay, can. You mean this part, Okay, I write here. I write here, Yeah. Why I got no space? 3 over 7. 3 over 7, I'm going to divide it by 1 minus 2 square root 10 over 7. So a lot of students, Jam, don't know how to do this one, don't know how to simplify, right? So what I did was, I combined this into a single fraction. This is 1 over 1. 1 over 1 means, times 7 times 7. So times 7 times 7. So it becomes, the 3 over 7 no change. And then this one is 7 over 7 minus 2 square root 10 over 7. 3 over 7 over, combine into a single fraction, 7 minus 2 square root 10 over 7. Okay, then after that, every time you got this one, don't panic. For me is, I just change it to 3 over 7 divide by 7 minus 2 square root 10 over 7. Over and divide is the same thing. Handsome, I already say, I'm not teaching linear algebra. We are teaching A math, preparing for O-level A math, okay? Next, divide, change to multiply. So, change to multiply, you flip this one. So, it becomes 7 over 7 minus 2 square root 10. Okay, then after that, just 9, 7, 7 can cancel. So I left with 3 over 7 minus 2 square root 10. Okay? So this is how you manipulate fraction within fraction. Understand? Always make into single fraction. And then the over, if you notice, I always write the over very big. This is to remind myself which is the smaller fraction, which is the smaller fraction. So that this big over, I can just change to divide at later stage. All good. So the fraction part, understand already? Okay. So I no need to explain the rationalized part. Okay, let's move on. Yay, we are now reaching the last 3 questions, which is all kinematic question. Okay, the kinematic, the first 2 questions is still manageable. The third question, I can tell you, many students confirm will panic one. No big cap, A moderator, don't block first, don't mute, don't mute the big cap. Let me just remind them, don't use big cap. My moderator very sensitive. See, big cap is equivalent to root. And then after that, you will be gone. You can continue to book big cap, then you will disappear from here. Okay? Okay, let's proceed. 2 particle. Yeah, cannot see the question. 2 particle A and B leave the origin O at the same time. Okay, same time. And travel along the positive x-axis. This is actually telling you that they are traveling at the same direction. Yeah, after this live, I'm going to just rest. I'm very tired already, okay? So I just need to chong these 3 questions. Come. Okay. Then they say that particle A start with a velocity of 10 meters per second. This statement tells me that when t equals to 0, v equals to 10. Understand? Start with a velocity 10 means t equals to 0, v equals to 10. Don't ask irrelevant thing. Thank you. Then after that, move with a constant acceleration 2/3 means my acceleration is 2/3. Okay? Moderator is a human, you think what? It's a PC, man. Okay. So, VA, I need to integrate my acceleration. So, integrate 2/3, it becomes 2/3 T plus C. Okay, kids, remember to put plus C. Then, remember just now I mentioned, start with a velocity 10. You need to sub T equals to 0, V equals to 10. So, sub it in, you find your C equals to 10. Then, you will have your VA, velocity of the particle A, complete. Understand? Haven't eaten dinner lah, of course. I always do the live until so late that I become supper already. Okay, then, see, VA equals to this one. Then after that, I want to find SA means I need to integrate my VA. Agree? So integrate my VA. So it become here. See, I put a constant here, 2/3. Integrate T is just T2 over 2 plus 10T plus C. Again, don't forget to put plus C. Then you need to find your C. Then you have to ask yourself whether they mention anything about where the particles start at. If the question never particular mention like start from, let's say, 2 meters from the origin. If they say 2 meters from the origin, that means T equals to 0, S equals to 2. Okay? But in this question, they did not mention anything. It means that somehow they say leave the origin at O at the same time. It means T equals to 0, they start at the origin, which is T equals to 0, S equals to 0. Understand? So I sub in T equals to 0, S equals to 0, C equals to 0. Kids, take note. Whenever you sub in this part, don't assume C is 0. Please make sure you sub it in properly and find out what is the C. Don't say I don't warn you. Not every time C is equal to 0 for the S. Okay, so now I know my SA is this. So we complete this 3 marks. It's simply integration and subbing the value. Okay? Okay, now let's move on. Now they ask us to find the velocity and displacement of the particle B. Okay, so they give us the information. Let's read the information from here to here. So, see this. Particles start from rest. Start from rest means that T equals to 0, V equals to 0. Okay, and the acceleration is this one. So, acceleration is 1/3 T plus 1. So again, to find velocity, integrate this one. So integrate, I just jump, then put plus C. Okay? Then how to find the C? Remember, just now I tell you, start from rest, T equals to 0, V equals to 0. Sub that in, C equals to 0. This will be your velocity for particle B. Squid, which part? Say again. From where? Say again. Squid. You want me to say which part again? Squid game. One, two, three. I don't see Squid Game replying. The particle B. Okay. Particle B, see here, the last sentence here, they say particle B starts from rest. We all know that whenever they say rest means V equals to 0. The word starts means that it's the beginning. So T equals to 0, V equals to 0. Yes, for this case, acceleration doesn't have any alphabet. It's fine. When I integrate, that means it becomes 2/3 T. It's okay to have constant acceleration. Constant acceleration means that there's no variable. Okay, so this part, this information is important so that it will help me to find my C when I have my VB. So sub this in, then my C is 0 and then VB is this one. Okay? Is it every time integrate got T behind the number? How to determine the unit for V, S, and A? Now, someone asked me this question. V represents speed with direction. So V is speed, so it's meter per second. Of course, it depends on the question. Can be km per hour, can be km per minute, can be meter per minute. Okay? A is acceleration. Acceleration is change of velocity. Change of velocity, you see, acceleration is V1 minus V2 divided by the time. So this one, the top part is meter per second divided by second. That's why acceleration, the unit is meter per second square. S is displacement, is distance, so it's just meter. The 1/3 for A. Integration is power plus 1. Okay, if you notice, you see my t. Integrate t dt. T is t to the power of 1 ma. Power plus 1, so it's 1 plus 1, so it's 2. Over new power. This is how you integrate. Okay. Then when you integrate number, very straightforward only. Just 2t. Okay, I forgot the plus c. Yeah. Okay. So the c is because I put in all the value that I have. T equals to 0, b equals to 0. Then I find my c equals to 0. Sub it in, find the c. Okay, let's move on. To find SB is to integrate VB. So integrate this one, again got another plus c. So this question same thing because particle B also leave the origin. Means t equals to 0, s equals to 0. So sub in t equals to 0, s equals to 0. And then you blah 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 blah, and then you get this one. How to integrate if it's 2x over x squared plus 3? No, you cannot integrate 2x over x squared plus 3. Cannot what? So that's why there's always this reverse of integration. What? You integrate what? 2x over x squared plus 3. You cannot integrate this one. So usually this type is reverse integration. That means the first part they will ask you to do differentiation, then you make use of the differentiation, do the integration. You cannot integrate tangent square. Huh? Tangent square, no. You cannot integrate tangent square. How do you integrate tangent square? You can only integrate secant square, what? Become tangent, what? Okay, come. Split fraction. Who says split fraction? This one plus 3 leh. Split what? You cannot split plus 3, hello? This one cannot split. This one is plus. You cannot split. Unless it's one term at the denominator. If it's, let's say, the other way around. One term at the denominator, yes, you can split. X squared over 2x plus 3 over 2x. Only when denominator is one term, you can split. Your denominator got plus, you cannot split. Okay, so now we are done. 6 marks. Okay. We are not done yet. Next is, they ask us to, oh, come out with it. Okay, wait. Hence, now find the distance from O when A and B meet. Okay, now they ask you to find the distance when the two particles meet. So do you agree that when A meet B, it means that their displacement is the same? Stick to the topic. Don't confuse me with other stuff. Well, uni one, you are really more smarter than me already lah. Okay. Okay, so SA equals to SB. So just now we have our SA expression equals to SB expression. So it simply just become an equation. Then for a moment when I was doing this question, yeah, please keep to the topic so that the chat will not go all up. Only ask relevant things. If not, those who are learning will get lost. And then I will miss out the question that they ask. Okay? So for a moment I panicked. I thought cubic equation. Then after that I realized there's no constant. So when there's no constant, easy because we can just take out common factor t. But I make it smaller lah. I go and times 18 so that I make it nice number. Then I take out common factor t. Then after that, I will have t equals to 0 and this quadratic equals to 0. Then I have t equals to 12 and t equals to minus 15. So t equals to minus 15, of course I reject. I have t 12 and t 0. So then a student asks, hey, this one or this one? This one is not wrong. They meet at the starting, remember? Because they start together. So they are not wrong that they say that they meet at t equals to 0. So this is the second time that they meet, whereby t equals to 12. Do I need to know how to sketch graph because I hate it? Yes, you need to know how to sketch graph. May I ask if paper 1 is similar to paper? No. Paper 1 topic and paper 2 topic is different. Okay, come. So just sub t equals to 12 into SA. So I ask you a question. Sub t equals to 12 into SA or SB? Can I sub into SB? Ask relevant question to the questions that I'm doing. Don't flood the chat. Now I'm asking question, nobody want to reply me. Can I sub t equals to 12 into SB or not to find the distance? Yes, you can. Remember, they both meet. So it means that their distance, their displacement should be the same. So you want to sub into SA or SB also can. But because my SB got cubed, I don't want to cube it. Okay, so I sub into my SA. But you sub into SB, you will still get 168. Okay? Why sorry? Okay? So done this question. This is only the first kinematic. I'm going to second kinematic question. Ugh. Okay. Now my paper all come out already. Wait. It should be the second one. Okay. Yes, I'm very tired. Sure, can do linear question. Linear law question, I did it previous live already. Go and see my previous live in my YouTube channel. So I work hard to give you all help you all. You also work hard for revision, okay? Okay, come. This is the second kinematic question. Today I'm doing 3 kinematic questions. Extra bonus question. Because this morning I did with my student, then I realized, this question not bad. I can tell you all. Okay, see I don't know Form 4 is what level. I'm asking my PA to find out other country math, and then I see how to compare. Because I know there are some topics that is same one. Okay? Need some time to find out. Okay, now question 7. Next the velocity of the particle moving in a straight line after passing blah 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 is given by this. It is given that particle comes instantaneous at rest at point A. So you see at rest means V equals to 0. So then they ask you find the time taken to reach point A. Easy, because point A they really say V at rest, so it's V equals to 0. So I just need to sub V equals to 0 into the expression here. So this is your E-math thing. SPM Form 4 is 16 years old. But I also wondering SPM Form 4, what are the topics? Yeah, I don't know whether is it in line with our so-called O-level or not. Need to do research. Okay, and then after that, combine into a single fraction, cross multiply. So this one is just quadratic equation. So I get t equals to 2, t equals to negative 4. Again, negative reject because time cannot be negative. Okay, then so I got t equals to 2. So that's the answer for part 1. Okay, next, calculate the distance OA. So the distance OA means I need to find my displacement S first. So I need to integrate my V. Okay, so kids see here. Integrate this one is just now I got mentioned about integration become ln. So when you integrate the number, just put outside. This one is to the power of negative 1. That's why when I integrate, it becomes ln t plus 1. Over differentiate the inside is 1. I put it downstairs. Although it's 1, it's quite meaningless to put the 1 there. But I always make it a habit to do that. It's just to remind myself that I remember to differentiate the inside, put it at the denominator. Okay? Minus this one, 1/3. So this one is because it is 1 here, power plus 1, so it's 2 over the new power, which is 2. Again, differentiate the inside, which is 1, then put it here. I repeat, integrate this one is t plus 1, because it's 1, power plus 1, so it's 2. New power, put it at the denominator. Differentiate the inside, which is 1, and also put it at the denominator. Go to my Telegram channel. I will upload the worksheet and the solution. As for the live, can only update tomorrow. Okay? I see whether I can upload today lah. Most likely it's tomorrow lah. When my PA working on the Monday, then she will do the upload. Okay? Not H3. H3 is JC is definitely not JC. So don't forget plus C. Then after that, let's simplify. So this is a simplified version. Then this question did not mention anything about saying the particle is how many meters away from the origin. So it means that t equals to 0, s equals to 0. So sub. You see, my c not always 0. You see this question? My c is 1 over 6. Nobody, my Telegram channel is go to my bio, click on the link. You can see a lot of link there. One of the link is to see the replay, and one of the link is to join Telegram channel. Okay, then my s equals to over here. Okay, remember they want OA, right? And my a was t equals to 2. Simply sub t equals to 2 inside the s and you get this one. Thanks Minecraft for helping me to mention, and also thanks to my moderator for helping me to announce. Okay. This one part 3. Tricky one. This one a lot of students confirm don't know. Okay, next they say show that the particle is again at O at some instant during the 5th second after the first passing through O. So the first instant that student do is, because particle again at 0 means that is s equals to 0, correct? Target 1107, go to my bio, join my Telegram channel. The worksheet and the solution are uploaded there. So for the past live, I have uploaded there already. Then for the YouTube, you also can click on the link to go to my YouTube channel. All the live are uploaded there. Only today live, I will only upload tomorrow. Okay? So you see, I sub s equals to 0, right? This is the first instant that student will always do. Moderator, can you remove the sound effect? Okay, so after that, sub in t equals to, you see, when I wanted to solve this, but cannot, you understand? Because this is ln blah blah blah. How can you solve this equation? So you see, I put here, not possible to do. But that's the first instant that student will do. Because I want to find when it will go to the origin again, so it's natural people will put s equals to 0. But this is not possible to do. So then how am I going to do this? Very easy. Take note, when they say 5th second, means that it's between T4 and T5. Understand? T4 and T5. They say 5th second means T4 and T5. If they say 3rd second means T2 to T3. Okay? Then after that, over here, again I say, keep relevant stuff. They are learning. I cannot see the question if you all blah 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 all kind of thing here. Okay, see here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sub t equals to 4 into my s. Find out where is the displacement. Sub t equals to 5. My displacement is negative 0.458. So when you mention negative means what? It means that your particle actually go back to the origin. So you see, this is the O. Initially the particle is here. Okay. When t equals to 4, the s is 0 point positive. That means it could be, let's say here. Okay? Then after that, when t equals to 5, it becomes negative. So it means that it will be the other direction. So it could be here. So that means it's like that. So they are trying to say when t equals to 4, it is a positive. That means it is right hand side of the origin. Then when it's negative, means it becomes left hand side of the origin. So by showing this one, okay, I already proved that the particle already passed through the origin one. Because in order to go to the left hand side of the origin, it must pass through the origin, agree? So by explaining, you will say, since the displacement changed from positive to negative, it means that the particle passed through the O at some instant during the 5th second. Can? Good. Okay, the first part is easy. This part 3, I think many students will not know how to do it. Because a lot of students will do this, then they jam, then they cry. Then now you know already, ah. Okay, yay, we are the last question. And this last question is a kinematic whereby I think that many students will cry at the last part. A math, E math over already, O level. So now we are focusing on A math. Okay, now let's take a look at this question. So a particle move in a straight line from O such that t second blah 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 is given by this. So my V is this one. So first they ask to find initial acceleration. Initial means t equals to 0. Acceleration means I need to find my acceleration expression. So it means that I need to differentiate my velocity. E-math O level is over. Of course, there are Sec 1, Sec 2, Sec 3, all these, they are still having exams next year. Okay, acceleration means differentiate. After I differentiate, I get this one. Then, t equals to 0, sub it in. So my acceleration is minus 40 meter per second square. So that is part 1. That one is easy. Okay, let's move on. Find the value of t when particle is at rest. Easy. At rest, v equals to 0. So just sub v equals to 0. So my v, put the expression here, equals to 0. Okay. Of course, most students will go and expand this one and then become a quadratic equation. But it's not wrong. Okay, it's not wrong. It's just that for me, I see that got 1, 2, 5, and 5. I know that it will be a perfect square. You decide yourself whether you want to take A math law. You have to see whether your E math is okay . Okay, discuss with your family and teacher. A math is fun. I personally love A math, but I'm biased because I teach maths, right? So I'm biased. You cannot ask a teacher who is biased, okay? Okay, come. So solve. So I have 2t. My t is equals to -1. Reject. So my t equals to 1.5. Done. Okay, kids, this one they ask for minimum velocity. Please remember that whenever they ask for maximum velocity or they ask for minimum both case, they are just subbing A equals to 0, okay? Hi! Focus, this kinematic question is very important. Okay? Don't discuss other topic. November, I will have chit-chat session, then you all can talk there. But not now. Now focus. Tomorrow, they are having A math. Okay? Davy Jones. Okay, next time then we chit-chat. The kids are learning the A math, preparing for A math O level tomorrow. So sub A equals to 0, I have t equals to 1/4. But careful, I want to find velocity so I need to sub the t equals to 1/4 back into my velocity expression. And this is the velocity. So this is the minimum velocity. So you don't need to bother whether is it maximum or minimum. Just know that you sub A equals to 0. And then the t that you sub into the v, that will be the one that they ask you to find. Dora, what you ask? What did Dora ask? If it's 5 seconds, if they ask for first 5, what this one like that? Yeah. If they ask for first 5 seconds, means it's from T0 to T5. But if they ask for 5th second, means that it's T4 to T5. This is Singapore. We are taking Cambridge O level. Sorry, Cher, can you briefly explain this part again? Which part? The minimum velocity or what? velocity is negative, that means going in opposite direction. No need to bother. No, velocity, speed. Yeah, just different direction. Is this differential equation? No. Okay, minimum velocity. When they ask for minimum velocity, you just simply sub A equals to 0. Whether they ask for maximum velocity or they ask for minimum velocity, just sub A equals to 0 and find out what is the corresponding t. Yes, S can be negative. S is displacement. S is where the particle is at from the origin. So if it's negative, means that it's on the left hand side, the other direction. If it's positive, means it's the right hand side, ma. So I sub in. So now understand A equals to 0 for maximum or minimum velocity. Sub in A equals to 0 into your acceleration. My acceleration just now, this is my acceleration, ma. So what I did was I just let this equals to 0. So equals to 0, I have my t equals to 1/4. Then after that, sub t equals to 1/4 into v, and then my v is this one. Done. Okay. I'm coming to the last part, which a lot of students confirm will panic when they have seen s equals to negative. Well, I survived 4 o'clock until 7. Woohoo, 3 hours. Okay, last part. The distance traveled by a particle in the second. So see here, they say in the second means it's asking for the second. They just never spell it out. They spell it out, but it's this meaning. Joy, thank you. Okay, second means is between T1 to T2. Okay? Yes, this question must draw diagram. Must. No, this one is simply just trying to show that my particle U-turn, U-turn. Okay, so take note, kids. I know I need to find t between 1 and 2. And you need to find out whether does this involve my turning point. So if you recall back, when we have our v equals to 0, we have t equals to 1.5. This means that at t equals to 1.5, my particle changed direction. Okay, so since I know that this between 1 and 2 is involve my turning point, means I need to find my s at t equals to 1.5. Okay, so let's come back here. Let's find out what is my s displacement. So I need to integrate my velocity. Okay, kids, see here. This morning my student go and expand this one and then integrate. Not wrong. Okay, but I can just use the power plus 1. So what I did was the 40 minus 1 is 2, right? So I just power plus 1, so it's 3. New power, put it at the denominator. Differentiate inside, I put it here. This 5, I just keep it outside. This one, just put minus 125t. Simplify, I get this one. Again, don't forget to put the plus c. Right? Then, after that, sub what? Because this particle start from the origin, what? They never mention start from like 2 meters away from O whatsoever. So that means t equals to 0, s equals to 0. Okay? So over here, see then after that, t equals to 0, s equals to 0, I sub, it becomes c equals to 512. Okay, then after that, my s equals to this whole thing. So you see kids, I never show the sub in. This one sub in only, you all know how to sub in. So I sub t equals to 1 into the s. I get s is negative 113 1/3. Sub t equals to 1.5, I get s equals to minus 135. Sub t equals to 2, I get minus 1062 2/3. So student, when sub in the value and get s is negative, they sure panic. Especially all three of them is negative, then panic even worse. Right? So why did I sub t equals to 1.5? Is because it involves the turning. Okay. Okay, kids, you want to chat? Wait for a while. I'm already at the last leg. Last question, last part. Can you let me finish the question first before you all chat? Okay, see here. So here is negative. So you see what I do? Okay, the particle starting at O. Here, because t equals to 1 is negative, means that your particle is not moving on this direction. Your particle is moving left side. Understand? Your particle is moving left side. So at t equals to 1 is minus 113 1/3. T 1.5 is minus 135. That means it's further. Then after that, you see t equals to 2 become less negative already. That means it come back closer to the O already. And because this is 106, this is 113, so I know this one is in front here. Okay? Okay, so they asked to find the total distance traveled. So I say it must draw the diagram. If not, you cannot visualize. So you see the color that I write, red color, that's the path that your particle is moving. So kids, see here. See, listen here. This is how you see, at t equals to 1, s is minus 113 1/3. It means that the particle is 113 1/3 away from the O and is on the left hand side. S is 135. Displacement is how far is away from the O. S135, how far is it from the O? Okay, this one is how far is it from the O. Understand? Displacement is how far the particle is from the O. If it's negative, means it's on the left hand side. If it's positive, means it's on the right hand side. Okay? So, how you know 1.5 is the turning point? Because in front, when we do V equals to 0, we get t equals to 1.5. That's why we know that the turning point is at t equals to 1.5. And that is why, now I want to find between t1, t2, 1.5 is in between. So I need to find these three. Okay, so now you already understand displacement. The total distance traveled will be, see, I was 113 away from here. Become 135 away from here. It means that I only travel 135 minus 113. That means the first part here, the distance traveled is this part. Sure, double confirm. Is it if instantaneous at rest t equals to negative number can immediate? Yes. Because t cannot be negative. So whenever instantaneous rest, you get t equals to negative, reject the negative. Okay? If you straight away get just negative, that means there's no turning point. If it's a quadratic velocity, you get 2t, 1 negative, 1 positive, that means there's one turning point. Okay? So then this part will be from here to here. You see, you are 135 away from origin. After you move, you become 1062 away from origin. So how much you have moved is just taking the positive value 135 minus the positive value of this one. This is the distance traveled at the second part here. So that's how I did this one minus, and then add them together. The total distance traveled is 50. Yes, time can never be negative. I'm only answering questions relating to the questions that I'm doing now, okay? Okay, so I'm done with all the questions. Okay? So I repeat, go to my Telegram channel. and get the worksheet and solutions. I will put up the worksheet and the solution today, but the live for today will only be uploaded tomorrow. Yes. So maybe Sam will upload tomorrow morning. Your paper is 2:30. Maybe you're able to watch lah if you're going to watch. So this one only turn backwards, right? So this one only turn backwards. Oh, yes. That means this question, because sometimes you will have particle, it can be like, for example, let's say you start from here. Then you go here, then after that, this one when turn, then it become here also can. That means initially, maybe my turning point is at positive. Then after that, sometime later it become negative. It also can be in this direction. I mean, it can also mean it's this way. Yes, it's also possible. Like for example, this question, I go backwards. It's also possible that, you see, this is t equals to 2 ma. Imagine if I sub in, maybe t equals to 5, maybe I'm already here leh. You understand? Okay, so go to my bio. There's a link there. Click on the link. There's a lot of choice there. There's one join Teacher Kangie Telegram channel. Then there is one can see TikTok live. Then there's also one E-math free lessons, A-math free lessons. Go and click all those links there. Okay, so someone asked for the question. Chair, I think your answer wrong. I see the TYS answer differently. This is not TYS question. Hello? The question is confirmed, the answer is confirmed correct, okay? Don't come and disturb and say this kind of funny thing, Okay, so the question, see here. A particle move in blah blah blah. So this is the question, Okay, the value blah blah blah, instantaneous at rest. This part, finding minimum velocity, whereby I say find sub A equals to 0. Then after that, over here, they say the distance traveled by the particle in the second. Second is the same meaning as this one. So when they say second means t is 1, t is 2. Okay, this one, take note, this is second. So if they ask for, let's say, distance traveled for the first 2 seconds. If they ask in this way, then it's a different thing. This is saying from t equals to 0 to t equals to 2. Understand? There's a difference. See here. If they say second is t1 to t2. First 2 seconds means t0 to t2. Okay? Okay, I finished today's session. Okay? If acceleration is 0, it also means velocity is at its higher, right? When A equals to 0, velocity can be at the maximum, it also can be at the minimum. Like for this question, it is minimum. It's the same it's the same concept like stationary point. It can be maximum point, it also can be minimum point. No, the question asks in the second. They did not say in the first 2 seconds. Maximum and minimum displacement. Maximum displacement means the furthest the object is away from the origin. So in other words, actually maximum displacement means you are the furthest. Let's take for example, let's say I said this one. What's the maximum displacement? That means the furthest you can go is this place, correct? Minimum, I don't think have a minimum, is just 0 at the origin. Maximum displacement, I agree because it means that the furthest the object can go away from the origin. Okay. 705. Okay, last shout out. Later, Dylan will be having live 8 p.m. Can someone be kind enough to help me put his handler here so that you all can actually, if you're free, then he will go through the topics for A Math, as in give a summary lah of for A Math topics so that you all can prepare for the A Math paper. I will be going into the I will join the live later. Thank you, Evelyn. Okay, I will join the live later and say hello there lah. Okay. Yes, Dora, thank you. At Dylan Lim FJ. Okay, so 8 p.m. I can see all of you there. Huh? We can meet there and say hello. I think I will just be there for a while lah. Okay. Yes, me and Dylan are good friends. Both of us teach secondary school E-Math and A-Math. The only difference between us is he's a guy and I'm a female lah. You can join if you want to more people, the merrier. Thank you, Cher. Wow, math PhD. Now go what dinner and chill before 8 p.m. live. Oh yeah. Okay, I go and eat something first before. Chill done liao ah. Yes, I done already. Joy, but I'm not chatting. Join later maybe if you are free. Free lah. 8 p.m. you go and join Dylan chat. But of course we cannot flood there lah. We cannot disturb Dylan lah. We have to be there. Just say hello. Then after that we just be there. Okay, because he's going through the concepts of A Math. Okay, so, okay kids, I see you all at Dylan there. Now, let's go have dinner. Aha, Dylan is here. Hey Dylan, I'm helping you to sell your life. I will also join your live. I kepo a bit. I eating dinner soon. Can I also eating dinner soon. Then 8 o'clock we can join lah. Yes, Dylan is in this chat. He just joined, I think. He standby for his 8 p.m. live. Hey, he did a lot of effort to do this thing for you all. You all better join. Okay? Okay. See you. I ending. Where is my handphone? Yeah, the Dylan. So the handler is Dylan Lim FJ. Don't go to the wrong Dylan. Area under the graph question, I have, I think inside the YouTube channel, I have a live. I think the previous live I did area under the graph. Go and take a look at one of the questions. That one, how to integrate ln. Tricky, right? There's no way you can integrate ln. So find out how to integrate ln for the area under the curve in my video. Okay? Bye bye. If it's under the x-axis, flip the tiny numbers. Under the x-axis, yes, you flip. That means it's like you flip the whole graph lah. No need to nervous for tomorrow lah. Just practice. Now do your revision. Okay? Bye bye. End already. Where is my off button?